Characters. Hey, I made a short summary for the characters design for my RPG project. This is how it went. Designing chars, names, and story. I have a full narrative of the whole game story pre-made, with the main characters' names, background stories, and personalities. The characters of the game can be divided into 3 categories. Main characters. These are part of the narrative and are followed throughout the whole story of the game, including the player character. Since the story is centered around these characters, they are to contain the most detail. Citizen characters, extras. These are included passively into the story. You pass most of them by during the game, but there will be some interaction with them, and all of them connects to the story a little bit. These will be given a lower level of detail, but still contain a certain amount of quality. Enemy characters and shooter AIs. These are characters that will be interacted with during missions. Most of them are henchmen and soldiers of the different factions. Animals also fits into this category. Since these characters are to be spawned and killed most of the time, they will hold a lower level of quality. Real people. Most of the main characters of the game are actually based on real people, both in appearance and somewhat in personality. With a twist, of course, but just to make it interesting. Seeing people from my real life coming to life in the game is actually a really exciting experience. The player character is actually based on myself. Creating metahumans. As mentioned, some of the characters are based on real people, and in these cases I use them as a model when creating my metahumans. Some of them are just based on drawings of characters. Even though I love drawing, I saved some time on just using Midjourney. I want to use metahumans as much as possible. If I could, I would use it for every characters including the enemy AIs, but this is a complicated process when it comes to optimization. Using assets, clothes, and gear. A lot of the assets on the characters are modified metahuman clothes together with military props and gear. I modified these so that they correspond with every individual team. Obviously, I also need to make variation on them in order to create a more realistic feeling. AI voices and animation. In order to work more independently, I initially use different AI voices from 11 Labs. Then I load the WAV file into Unreal. I use a data table where I put in the voiceover text and the sound. That one is later on referenced inside the dialogue character and firing off together with a face and body animation. The dialogue itself is then referenced inside a quest data table. This is saving a lot of time. And until I can use mocap, I can use the same dialogue texts with Audio 2Face by NVIDIA. Fantastic tool. Unfortunately, it's not available to Unreal Engine 5.3 yet, so that is to be a later step. So I'd have to settle for bad placeholder animations for now. Results. This is the results. There is a lot that can be made with free assets and small modifications. Even though I'm not done yet and will keep modifying the characters on the way in order to reach close perfection, this is how I made my way for now. I love 3D characters and especially metahumans, so this is a very fun part of the project.